A local nonprofit, LGBT Detroit, is working to raise awareness of and support Detroit's LGBT culture through education and programming. Joining me now from the nonprofit are social justice engineer Tay Brown, project manager and designer Tiana Burton, and program assistant Jonathan Gonzalez. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining me today.
Thank you
Absolutely.
for having us.
Thank you.
So get us started. Let me know, for those who haven't heard, what is LGBT Detroit all about? Who wants to take it?
Well,
Would like to leave.
I can actually go ahead and get it
Yeah.
started. So we're actually North America's largest Black-led and founded LGBT nonprofit. We actually been in the city for actually 30 years starting next year. So we're really
Wow.
excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiana, what does that mean? What is the importance and significance of being the largest Black-founded and Black-led organization like this in the country?
It's extremely significant, particularly for me as a Black, bisexual, femme presenting individual. It's very important for me to see representation and to have programming and people who look like me advocating on behalf of me and my rights and my needs right here in my hometown. So it's very important to have that.
Yeah. Jonathan, tell us about your role within the organization.
So, as a program assistant, I help us assist with 5 of our programs, which is Brother to Brother, Sex Hooking Up in the Apps Tour, Pride Decides, Cold as Hell, and Hotter in July. And Hotter in July is one of the reasons why we're here today, to help promote that. As Tay mentioned, it's the world's longest Black found and led Pride event. And it's really special to me because the organization was actually founded on my birthday, which is April 15th, 1994. And I can consider the Hotter in July events kind of like a birthday present that I get to see every year. So it's very special. Even though it doesn't happen in April, it happens a few months after April in July. It's just something very special to me. And one of the big things that we helped with that's really is near and dear to me is our Hotter in July Book Fest this year. So we're holding our first annual book fest where we're going to have a panel discussion around banned books and also honor Black LGBT author and poet Essex Hempfield. So that's something really spectacular this year.
Yeah, you're talking about book bans. That's a huge conversation right now. It has been in recent months. When you talk about the origins, we did with our previous guests of Pride Month, of some of these events, it was so different back in the 70s. It was a different conversation. Tay, what is Pride in 2023 about now? What does it mean to you?
I think it's still just recognizing that the fight isn't over, right? There's still so many of our rights that are at risk. So many members of our community that are unfortunately disenfranchised, and that means that there's still more work for us to do to make sure that we can live at liberty, that we can live free, without any preservation or any hatred here in the community.
Yeah. How about you, Tiana?
I would say it means about the same thing for me. I like being able to have my freedoms and my liberties, being able to go and love whoever I choose, and to just live my life as anybody else.
Yeah. Tell me more about some of the programming and the outreach you guys are doing. Jonathan, you mentioned a couple. You have these big events. What is the importance of this extra work and doing these outreach programs within the community?
Just showing people that there are programs that allow us to flourish. And another program that we have is Pride Decides. It's our legislative advocacy program. And one of the most important things about that is we helped with the Elliott Lawson, what some of our counterparts spoke about before, and that just gave us the opportunity to not have discrimination in the in the work field. And then one other thing that I did want to mention too is this year is our 2nd annual Hotter in July concert. So something we're very proud of, and we're going to be headlining Big Frida, and then we'll have a few other local artists, New Andre and Amber Shane. New Andre is a personal friend of mine, and
Amber Sheen is a personal friend of mine as well.
Very nice. So Hotter in July started, it's now expanded. You have a festival, it's multiple days. Explain that a little bit more.
It's a 3-day, so originally it was a week. We condensed down, so now it's a 3-day weekend. It's going to be held Friday through Sunday, July 14th through the 16th, and it consists of a candidate forum. We're having a book festival, a candlelight vigil. We'll have the concert, our testing zones, and we'll have a worship service, and then we'll also have a awards brunch.
All right. What's the community like here in Detroit? How would you describe the LGBT community in the Motor City?
Ooh, baby, we fearless.
Okay.
Come on now. You
Fearless,
already know.
okay? Why fearless? Why is that the first word you think of?
Because again, there's so much that we've been through, but there's nothing that we haven't faced that will back us down.
Yeah.
I'll say that's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
It's vibrant. It's vibrant. I'm born and raised in Detroit. I left for college and came back, but I came back to such a dynamic movement. And it's been so wonderful being a part of an organization that is pushing the movement forward, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Definitely, and I would piggyback on that just to say unity and solidarity. We move as one, and that's how we continue to thrive.
Yeah. Have you seen the progress? And you are all pretty young, but even in your own lifetimes, there's been progress, has there not?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when you were talking about Pride Decides, when we register our community members to go out and vote, we are part of that with the concerts and with the Hotter Than July, our Pride event. Like that brings about 10,000 people annually. And that's been going since 1994. Just the organization itself, we've grown, and now we have about 12 staffers. We have our Together campaign, which focuses on HIV and anti-stigma. And so that has 8 programs running right now. And Jonathan touched a little bit on those. So we are doing a lot of work in the organization, and we continue to push the movement forward.
And what are the goals now? Where would you say some progress still needs to be made?
Ooh, wow. That's a really good question.
Ooh, I would like to extend on that.
Yeah.
I believe that identity plays a large role in politics, and just how we championed the Elliott Larson Act was through identity. John Hoadley, who was the first openly gay legislator in Michigan, who was a big advocate in passing that legislation. So what we need to do next is not only register our community, but also train folks in leadership to take that next step into expanding the movement for our community.
All right. For people who want to learn more about your organization, who want to get involved, who want to see what's going on in July, where can they find this? Where do we need to send them?
You can go to our website at lgbtdetroit.org. You can visit us on all social media platforms at lgbtdetroit.org. And you can also just stop by our office. We are located at 20025 Greenfield Road, right here in Detroit, Michigan.
All right. Well, this is Tay Brown, Tiana Burton, and Jonathan Gonzalez from LGBT Detroit. Thank you all so much for joining me.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
having
having
us.
us.
Appreciate your time.